Greetings, Knights! In this video, I'm going to show you how to net huge scores on Khimaira, the hardest guild boss currently available in Knighthood. Let's dive right in. Starting off our list of requirements is something that should make the accessibility of this build apparent. Max Star Kira. You all just happen to have her laying around, right? This is a very endgame build, but is non-negotiable in order to reach the highest damage potential. This is because Kira has an amazing max star bonus that increases her chance to crit against beast enemies by 30%, and it is thanks to this bonus that Petra is dethroned as the Khimaira and Bakunawa hero of choice, even as a mage main with the right setup. Here's a side-by-side of my Petra's damage potential next to my Kira. You can see that even with a whopping 105% more mage power in my main set than my rogue alt set, the combined factors of Kira's max star bonus as well as the boost she gets from the Dark Gauntlet makes her a devastating hero for this task, even with such a large gap in power. The only way my dear Petra could keep up would be if she was critting at least as often as our lovely rogue, but with no mages offering a crit chance boost and the library only giving us 10% chance tops, well, the numbers are against her. It's a shame there are so few rogue mains these days to show off just what Kira's capable of doing here. This build will also capitalize on the excellent base power of Krita. She will be our rage engine and source of expose for this approach, and she is notoriously fussy about landing expose successfully, hence the expose chance support in our armor. If you missed her hero challenge event, don't worry. Madoki ensures us repeatedly that she is dropping at the expected rate from all sources that have her in the prize pool. Healing potions are a must for this method, as this monster hits pretty hard in the late rounds thanks to the focus buff it gives itself. Normally this would be no issue, but we are going full glass cannon here, and that means weaving in some time to recover. You'll notice I have purple rage potions listed here, but please note this is a minimal impact decision, as all it really does is let you swing your beast-attuned weapon instead of punch during the first 2 rounds. If your goal is to squeeze out every last bit of damage you possibly can, this nets you a minuscule boost over the alternative, which is using a green power potion and an action to punch. That method is almost as good and saves those precious purple potions for more critical needs. Hopefully it goes without saying that Khimaira must be in its beast form for this method to work. Not only is that half of the point of this build, it's also why I have a nice heavy-hitting beast weapon to help take down this boss's sizable health pool with devastating chain crit attacks. Note that this sword setup is not in line with the current meta, so I don't recommend aiming for what you see here. Last but certainly not least, you'll want every bit of rogue power boost you can get your hands on. Now that we're all set up, it's time to fight. As you may already know, high scoring on guild bosses comes down to taking away as much of the boss's armor and health as possible, applying relevant status effects like expose, and ending a turn on a massive distribution rage power. Since there are 12 turns in 7 rounds, this means you'll typically be using potions to assist you with landing a rage during rounds 1 and 2, so you don't spend any more than 1 turn in each of the boss's 2 weakest rounds. In rounds 3 through 7, you then shift to having 1 setup turn and 1 rage turn to evenly share our 10 remaining turns over the 5 remaining rounds. Let's watch and see how everything we've talked about comes together. The score you see here is very much in line with what you can expect a decent run with this build to yield, but using this method, I have been able to score over 11 million points of damage. What's the highest score you have ever gotten against this meat-gobbling pain in the urethra? Thank you all for watching, and as always, I am here for you above all. If you ever have any questions about what you saw here, or any other knighthood-related topics, please feel free to reach out to me anytime. Check the video description for my Discord information, as well as the link to the official Knighthood server. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go commit genocide to gather enough meat to solve world hunger just to kick this three-headed taint pimple off our island. Sorry, starving children of Highguard. Daddy needs his guild accolades.